Sorry. Stop it! Excuse me.
Okay. You know what? If there is an interruption, I'm going to move it to the next person. You got to learn to focus on what you're reading. Don't get distracted.
Although the world is filled with many things that can make our lives more comfortable and fun, there are only 3 things human beings truly need to survive. They are air, water, and food. While the human body can survive weeks without food, it can only survive days without water and just minutes without air.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Just take it. Go ahead.
Okay. Air is an invisible gas that is made of different things. It mostly contains nitrogen, 78%, and oxygen, 21%. Oxygen makes our brains and bodies work. Scientists say that the more oxygen our bodies contain, the healthier we are. Breathing in plenty of fresh, clean air full of oxygen is one of the most important things we can do for our health.
Fresh air is also necessary for the health of all living things. Every animal that lives on land needs oxygen, just like people do. Think of how much air a cheetah needs when it's running across the savannah. Animals that live underwater, like whales and dolphins, also need air. They come to the surface for water and inhale oxygen before going back underwater to swim.
Although clean air is so important to our health and health of all living things, there are many things that make our air dirty. These things are called air pollution. In some areas that have a lot of air pollution, people develop an illness called asthma. That makes it very difficult for them to breathe.
Good job.
Air pollution can come from many different places. In nature, air pollution is created when volcanoes erupt. Forest fires burn, and when plant pollen and dust are blown by the wind, although the pollution that nature creates can be a problem in some areas during certain times of the year. Most air pollution comes from human activities that create pollution every day all over the world.
Particulate matter. Air pollution comes from many forms. One form of air pollution is called particulate matter. Particulate matter is just very small little pieces or particles or stuff that go into the air and are carried off, and some spread by wind. Dust and ash are some examples of particulate matter. So is soot. Soot is black dust that is created when we burn wood or fossil fuels like coal. Diesel and oil, when you see black smoke coming from a big truck or bus, that smoke contains a lot of soot from the diesel fuel that the truck or bus is burning in its engine. You can also see the soot coming from chimneys of houses in your neighborhood because particulate matter is so small and is spread by the wind. It is very easy to breathe it in. If we breathe in too much particulate matter, it can make us sick, like barf. I just added the back.
Air pollution from fossil fuels. One of the main sources of air pollution is burning fossil fuels, like oil, gasoline, and coal. These fossil fuels come from the fossils of ancient plants and animals that lived on Earth millions of years ago. Fossil fuels are burned to create energy so that we can drive cars and trucks, fly planes, and make electricity, and run factories. Fossil fuels do not last forever, and we are using them up very quickly. When fossil fuels are burned, they create different types of air pollution problems. Besides creating particulate matter, burning fossil fuels creates smog. Smog makes the air look brown and dirty, and can make people sick if they spend too much time outside breathing in it.
Okay, just finish it here.
Burning fossil fuels also create dangerous gases that trap heat from the sun and make the planet too warm. This is called global warming. and it makes the weather or climate change in serious ways. Although we need energy to make things run, we use kinetic sources of energy that won't run out. Energy from the sun, the wind, and ocean tides are good, safe alternatives, or different ways to get energy. These sources of energy don't pollute the air and can be used over and over again. One day, all our energy will come from these safer alternatives.
Although burning fossil fuels is the main cause of air pollution, there are other causes as well. Whenever we burn wood in fireplaces or stoves, we are creating air pollution. Just like forest fires create pollution when trees burn down. We create pollution when we burn woods from the trees at home.
Although air pollution is usually refers to the air outside, there are many things that create air pollution inside our homes, schools, and other buildings. It can be caused by cigarette smoke, certain kinds of house paint, and some spray cans. Outdoor air pollution can also come from the mold that grows in damp, dark areas like houses.
There are many things that we can do to help make less air pollution. One way is to drive our cars less and take more public transportation like buses, trains, cable cars, and subways. We can also ride our bikes, walk, and carpool to help reduce the air pollution that comes from driving our cars and trucks.
Clean air at home. When it comes to keeping our indoor air clean, here are some simple tips. If anyone in the household smokes cigarettes, we can ask them to please smoke outside. We can also use house cleaners, hair sprays, and air fresheners coming from a pump spray. Not an aerosol spray can, putting lots of not an aerosol spray can. Putting lots of live green plants in your home also freshens air and keeps it clean. Learn more how to prevent air pollution and share this information with the parents. Working together, we can do our part and keep the air clean and fresh.
Okay, so my discussion to you would be, I'm going to start with each one of you. Do you have an idea or ways for yourself that you know, in your environment, at your home, at school, wherever, how could you help reduce the air pollution? So I'll start with Sonali.
Okay, so keeping green plants in your homes, they work, like how it's said in there. Also, if you don't throw your trash everywhere, because then sometimes when they get burned down, the smoke goes into the air and it kind of spoils everything, and the water.
Okay, so how about Prisha?
You can do
For yourself. Don't worry about what people do first.
Mosquitoes. At home.
Yeah.
At home.
Sure. Like, we can go in and do this. This one we can.
Okay. All right.
Okay,
They'll go.
yeah, I don't want you to get bitten or anything.